Order. Roll call, please.
Councilmember Tucker.
Here.
Councilmember Alvarado.
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem Bernworth.
Here.
Mayor Dale.
Here. Please stand for the pledge of allegiance. James, you on?
Ready? Begin. I pledge
allegiance to the flag
Republic
which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with justice for all.
Okay. I understand there's no adjustments to the agenda tonight. Okay. Ms. Turner, could you, was there any action taken during?
No, and briefly to report, there was one performance evaluation as set forth in A1, no action to report. One conference with legal counsel, A2, no action to report. And conference with legal counsel, item A3, no action to report.
Thank you very much. Moving on to C1, matters not appearing on agenda. If you wish to address the council concerning any item within the council's jurisdiction, please raise your hand and be acknowledged by the mayor. At that time, state your name and address for the record. The mayor reserves the right to place a time limit on each person's presentation of 3 minutes. It is requested that longer presentations be submitted to the council in writing. Would somebody like to speak at this time? Okay, seeing nothing, I'm just skipping 2. I don't like reading that anyway, so let's go right on to consent agenda. D, items appearing under consent agenda will be acted upon by the city council in one motion without discussion. Should any council member or other person requesting any item be considered separately, that item will be then taken up at that time and determined by the mayor. So,
Mr. Mayor, I'd like to make a motion to approve the consent agenda.
I'd second that.
I have a motion and a second. Please vote.
Motion carries 4-0.
Okay. All right, moving on to action items. E1, results of general election held on November 8th, 2022.
Mr. Mayor and members of the council, before you for your consideration and adoption, you'll find Resolution 2022-80 declaring the results of the general election. As you know, there were 3 seats for city council for a 4-year term, 1 city clerk position for a 4-year term, as well as Measure G for TOT, all of which have passed. 3 members have been elected to the city council, 1 incumbent, James Tucker, followed by Ida Obeso Martinez, as well as Stacy Mendoza. Elected to city clerk is Christina Shields, and the Measure G for TOT passed at a 56%, which was above the 50% plus 1 majority margin, and this resolution would adopt and declare those results for the city of Imperial and become effective immediately.
Thank you.
A motion for adoption of resolution 2022-80 declaring the results of the November 8th, 2022 general municipal election.
Second the motion of adoption resolution 2022-80.
A motion and a second. Please vote.
Motion carries 4-0.
Okay, move to E2. Administration of oath of office and presentation of certificates of elections to those officers who were elected to this office.
Yes, Mr. Mayor and members of the council, at this time, up first, in which I gather the majority of everyone here is to witness this evening, I will ask the current appointed city clerk, Mr. Dennis Marita, to administer the oath of office to our new city clerk, Christina Shields. Y'all are.
State your name, and then I'll read the oath and you'll repeat it back.
Okay.
I state your name,
I, Christina Shields,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support and defend
that I will support and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California
and the Constitution of the State of California
against all enemies,
against all enemies,
foreign and domestic,
foreign and domestic,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
to the Constitution of the United States
to the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California,
and to the Constitution of the State of California,
that I take this obligation freely
that I take this obligation freely
without any mental reservation
without any mental reservation
or purpose of evasion,
or purpose of evasion,
and that I will well and faithfully
and that I will well and faithfully
discharge the duties
discharge the duties
upon which
upon which
I am about to
I'm about to enter.
And as such, we waste no time putting Christina to work as the new city clerk for the city of Imperial. If I can ask our newly elected council members, Stacy Mendoza and Ido Bess Martinez, and incumbent Mr. Tucker, if you will please join them on the floor, as you also have to take that oath one more time for your 4-year term.
Congratulations to you. You can raise your right hands and repeat after me. I state your name.
I,
Do solemnly affirm
do solemnly affirm
that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States
that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California
and the Constitution of the State of California
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
that I will bear true faith and alliance
to the Constitution of the United States
to the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California,
and the Constitution of the State of California,
that I take this obligation freely
that I take this obligation freely
without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion,
without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion,
and that I will well and faithfully discharge
and that I will well and faithfully discharge
the duties upon which I am about to enter.
the duties upon which I am about to enter.
Congratulations. All the letters.
Six, yes, let me know here first.
Oh, musical chairs.
Right.
You can log in now.
Okay, are we ready?
Let me log in on.
Yes.
Okay, moving on to item three, or E3, subject reorganization of the city council members for 2023.
I'd like to make a motion to, appoint Mayor Pro Tem, Katie Burnworth to mayor.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Please vote.
Hit that one a lot of times, so it might not work.
Motion carries 5-0.
All right, for number 2, selection of Mayor Pro Tem, I'm Robert Morano.
Second. Please vote.
Motion carries 5-0.
We're moving on to E4, subject reorganization of successor agency to the redevelopment agency board for 2023, selection of chairman and vice chairman.
Who's the existing?
Ooh, we haven't.
These go to the mayor and mayor
Yes.
pro tem. historically.
Yes, commonly this is with the mayor and mayor pro tem, but as the successor agency, we do have to appoint a separate board, but it is the sitting council that sits as a board.
All right.
I'd like to nominate Mayor Burnworth to the position of the executive director.
I'll second that.
I have a motion and a second. Please vote.
Motion carries 5-0.
I'm vice chairman. I nominate Robert.
I have a motion from Councilmember Tucker and a second from Councilmember Mendoza. Please vote.
Motion carries 5-0.
Now we're moving on to item E5. The subject is recognition of departing city council members. And at this time, I would like to invite Supervisor Mike Kelly up to give recognition.
Good evening, Madam Mayor, council members, staff. My name is Mike Kelly, County Supervisor representing District 3, which is our district. First of all, welcome to the newly elected and re-elected councilpersons for the city of Imperial. I am so happy and pleased to see you. And I'm also happy to, unfortunately, have to say goodbye to Corinne, who is now going to represent us on the IID. We expect big things from her. It's a very important, responsible position. And I'd also like to give my utmost gratitude and respect for our outgoing mayor, wherever he is, Jeff Dell. A lot of years on the city council representing the people that he grew up with and learned to live with and learned to love with. And all I can say to the new city council and the outgoing city council who had the same feeling in their heart that our basic and utmost responsibility is for the health, safety, and welfare of all the citizens within our jurisdictions. And it's your responsibility to ensure that you look out for their well-being. And I'm so pleased to see such a balanced city council representing the residents of the city of Imperial. And it's a pleasure to be here to welcome you. And I remain available for your assistance if you should need mine at any time. And you also have a wonderful and outstanding city attorney. Her and I go back well. You're lucky to have her, and you're lucky to have an attorney who is the city manager. You guys are poised to do wonderful things for the city of Imperial. So I welcome you, and like I said, anytime you need my services, I will always be available. Thank you, and congratulations to the new coming, and congratulations to the outgoing. Thank you.
Thank you, Supervisor Kelly. And now I'd like to call up Maria Reteneria from Senator Padilla's office.
Good evening, everyone. I'll be brief. Congratulations to the incoming new council members. Congratulations, Tucker. Katie Burnwith, congratulations on being mayor, and Amparano on Mayor Pro Tem. I want to say just quickly to Mr. Dale, thank you for the service that you've done to my community as well. And also Karen Eugenio, thank you for your service. Congratulations on your election to the IID. And I wish you good luck in your future endeavors.
And now I'd like to call up Corinne Eugenio. Where's my mic? Is it work? Oh, there we go.
It's a little nerve-wracking being on this side of the podium. All right, try to keep this short. First, I'd like to thank the voters and residents in the city of Imperial for allowing me to represent you these last 4 years. This was my first time serving in public office, and it was so incredibly rewarding. To give you context, when I ran for this seat, my daughter Spencer had just turned 3 years old. She's now 7, right there. And so much has changed in my life these 4 years, and although there's still so much work to do, the city of Imperial is changing so much as well. As many of you know, my daughter and our love of trees and parks was my greatest inspiration running for this seat. I'm so proud of our parks department. You work hard to make sure that we have beautiful spaces for all of us to enjoy. I'm especially grateful for the shade at Eager Park. Every time I take my daughter there or see kids playing under it, I think, we did that. So thank you for doing it alongside with me. Dennis Rita, you are a wise and patient man. You've been with the city for a while, and I don't want to age you, but let's just say it's been decades. You have a very difficult job, but you were the first friend I made here, so I'll never forget that. Thank you. Ooh, Alexis, this is where you come in handy. You're dedicated and ambitious, and I don't know who at the IID will keep me from crying. You always give me that look, like, don't do it, Corinne. So I'm going to have to find my new Alexis at the IID. But so, thank you for all those don't you dare cry glares for all the years. To my counsel, ooh, this is hard, sorry. I'm going to miss you all terribly. You've been my family, and families don't always get along. But at the end of the day, we're there for each other. We went through a global pandemic together. I'm sorry. And as public servants, it doesn't get much harder than that. But we did it, and we are stronger for it. Robert, I'd say I'm going to miss you, but we're not done. We're just taking this collaboration to another place, so I'll see you over at the IID. You've been there for me through the good and the bad, and it's rare to find that in people, so thank you. James, no matter what, you've always been loyal as a friend and a public servant. I'm so happy you were reelected. The City Imperial is lucky to have you again. Katie Burnworth, or should I say Mayor Parker and Colton's mom. We've been through a lot, and I'm so excited for your upcoming role next year. You're going to kill it. And if you need any advice, my immediate past vice mayor, Spencer, can give you a lot of advice. It's mostly going to be about swings and slides, so sorry, that's all you're going to get. But I know you're going to do great. And finally, Jeff Dale back there. Whew, Jeff Dale, you and I have been through it. From nemesis to friend, from laughing to fighting, we've been through it all. But your friendship has been so invaluable to me, and I really want to thank you for your 21 years of service, and most importantly, your friendship to me. To the City of Imperial Police Department, I've been so honored to do work with you for these last 4 years. You're truly a department to be proud of. To Chief Barra, I'm so honored to call you a friend and to have called you my Chief of Police for these last 4 years. You've helped transform our department as a whole, so thank you. There's so many others I wish I could thank tonight, but we'd be here all night if I did. So I just want to thank all of the staff from parks to community services to water treatment to wastewater to public works. We couldn't have this wonderful city if it weren't for all of you. And lastly, I just want to congratulate the two new council members, Ida and Stacy. Stacy, it was such a great pleasure getting to know you, and you were at my class at San Diego State, which was so weird because I feel like I learned more from you than you did from me. But I can call you a friend, and I know that with all of your experience and everything you've done, you're going to be a great asset to the city of Imperial. So congratulations and welcome. Ida, I don't know you as well, but I look forward to seeing what you do in the next 4 years, and I look forward to getting to know you as well. But all of you don't get too comfortable without me. I'll just be on the other side of the Highway 86 as your Division 5 director. You know where to find me. And please don't hesitate to call. I'm here to serve you for the next 4 years in that role. My loyalty still lies with Imperial, and also Hopeville, a little bit of Hopeville and a little bit of Calexico as well. But you have a strong team here, and I'd love to help in any way I can. So reach out, and thank you again for these 4 years. I'm going to miss you all. And good luck and God bless.
And now, before I open it up to council member comments, I'd like to call up Tomas Olivas from Congressman Vargas's office.
Yes. Hello. Madam Mayor, council members, it's a pleasure to stand before you here representing Congressman Juan Vargas. And I believe he has gotten to know Mr. Dale for a very long time. If I'm not mistaken, was there a midnight tour in your past? Yep. Congressman Vargas is very well known for his midnight tours that he afforded many people. I believe Mr. Amparano, you've also been. Am I the only one that never got one? Is that apparently not afforded to the little of us?
You gotta come to Imperial.
Touche, sir. But yes, so certainly, you know, as the years go by and there are more and more folks that I have become friends with, that I can call colleagues, that I have grown to respect, because the longer that I serve in these capacities, the more I can grow to respect folks that have come before me. Certainly, Jeff and I have a love-hate relationship in the sense that we are polar opposites politically, but we get along so well. And there are memories that I have with Jeff where it was right after a market days, and we are having a few drinks on a corner right in front of Pentagonal, and then some random car pulls up, hands him this wad of foil, and he opens it up and it's ribs. And so we end up drinking beer and eating ribs in a corner in Imperial. And we can get into such heated conversations that Alexis will leave the room, right? And say, I don't want to be a part of this anymore. You guys figure it out, right? I'm pretty sure we made everyone uncomfortable because we just agree to disagree. And I think that he and I have grown to be fond of one another. And I just want to share this last thought, and that is I listened to an author in a late night news program talk about his premise that the most superficial thing that you can know about somebody is their politics, right? I didn't know who this person was until I kept listening to him, and it turns out he was a Republican U.S. Senator from a state that I can't remember. But everything that he talked about reminded me about my relationship with Jeff. And that is the most superficial thing that I know about Jeff is his politics and the fact that we may not necessarily agree. But beyond all that, we probably spent more time talking about the history and the growth of him and his marriage, his two boys, the excitement. I think the most passionate conversation we last had was how excited he was to be having the daughter he always wanted through your daughter-in-law, their future or current now daughter-in-law, future daughter-in-law. And so those are the things that I've taken away from Jeff. And so I just really want to say, Jeff, congratulations on your 21 years of service to the residents of Imperial. And I've learned a lot from you, sir. And I couldn't be more proud to call you my friend. And I really do hope that at some point we entertain all of these folks with a podcast between you and I, so they could know what we're talking about, right? But yeah, so those were my personal comments. But obviously, on behalf of the congressman, he did also want to thank you for your 21 years of service. So this will be for you, sir. I'm not sure if you're going to come up later, soon, at some point, but would you like me to leave it right here? All right. And with that majority talking about Jeff, I do want to say for the last few seconds is just say congratulations to re-elected incumbent, to the new members, Ida and Stacy. It was great working alongside with you in El Centro, and now it's going to go this way, right? And so look forward to working with you all in many capacities. And so again, congratulations on the new board. Congratulations, Madam Mayor.
Thank you, Mr. Oliva. And at this time, I'd like to call up immediate past mayor Jeff Dale to make some closing remarks.
Short, as you guys know, I like things done quick. So, welcome, new council members, Ida, Stacy, James, congratulations getting back on. Robert, been there a long time. You know, a lot of you guys might not know this, but Robert came to every meeting for probably 2 years before he became a council member. That is incredible. I've always been proud of you for doing that. It's going to be strange not having anything to do in a couple of weeks on Wednesday, but I want to thank each and every person that's been involved with this city, past council members. Saw Mark Graham back there. Mark, we had some good times in the past. We had councils that set this city in a straightforward motion to be the greatest city in this valley. All I can say right now is that I appreciate each and every one of you being kind to me and always having a smile. Corinne, yeah, ditto, everything. We've had a wild ride. This has been a wild 2 years. I think it's been a wild 2 years for anybody that's been involved with politics. As far as I'm concerned, politics sucks. And I'll go a step further. Both parties suck. They don't work for the people. And ultimately, we've always, this council, all of us, have always worked for the people because you are our bosses. And that's the way it should be. And I know that all of you will be that way. So all I can say is I did my best, and I thank you.
Thank you.
Pretty flowers for you, Jeff. We don't discriminate, you get flowers too.
Yeah,
You know,
they're cool. Oh, that's nice. Thank you very
Give them the man.
much. Thank you again.
Now I'd like to I'd like to ask my fellow council members if they have any remarks for our two outgoing council members. So I'll start with go on my right first, Councilmember Mendoza.
Yes, thank you, Mayor Burnworth. First, I'd like to start with Corinne. Well, first, I'd like to start with the citizens of Imperial. Thank you very much for appointing me in this. When I started thinking about how I got here, I was city treasurer, which I didn't have any responsibilities as city treasurer. It was a ceremonial position only. And then I had the honor of Corinne appointing me to the Planning Commission, and I thank you for your trust in appointing me to that position, where I began to learn very well. Started learning some of the goings on of the city, and then to have the honor of the community to vote me into this position. And I do thank you, Corinne, for giving me that in, and so I can start learning how the city operates and the boards operate. And you, as she mentioned, we met whenever she was an instructor of mine at SDSU, and I always enjoyed our talks. So I think I was probably the only person in the class that did all the talking, and most of my classmates were probably telling me to shut up so we could go home. But Corinne and I always had a good conversation, and she was very vocal, and I wasn't afraid to speak. So I thank you for that. I do thank you for your service to the city, and I know you're going to do good things over at IID, and I know this probably is not the way to say, but I'm very proud of you. I mean, you've always been my mentor, but I'm proud of you for what you've accomplished, and I'm look forward to seeing what you can do at IID. And as far as Jeff, I've known Jeff, I don't know how much of my whole life, and Jeff and his family, and I think like I said, mentioned previously, I don't think anybody here can deny that Jeff is very vocal, and he lets you know what he thinks. But no matter whether you're fighting with him or you agree with him or disagree with him, you cannot deny the man's passion for his city. And I thank you, Jeff, for all your time that you've given to this city. I have a story I wanted to tell, but I think I'll save it because I could really embarrass Jeff. Okay, you want to hear it? So as I the room saying, bring it on. Okay, I'll bring it on. So Jeff, like I mentioned, was friends way back in high school. And Jeff and a friend of ours, Yuji, and Jeff says, you know what, I'm going to take you ladies to the Chateau Basque over in Boulevard. And he's like, my treat. I'm going to take you ladies. It's my treat. We're going to drive over there. We go over there, and they had gross stuff on the menu is all I remember. And we had this menu, and it came time to pay the bill, and Jeff didn't have enough money. So Luigi and I immediately start pulling out the purses, and I think we were counting change. And we did get the bill covered, but he was pretty embarrassed by that. But yeah, so we helped pay for Jeff's dinner, taking us out for dinner. But again, Jeff, thank you, and I hope you enjoy your time off, and I look forward. Hopefully, you'll be coming to visit us here and telling us what you think and keeping us in line.
Now I'd like to Councilmember Ida Obeso Martinez.
So I want to thank everybody for allowing me to serve the community and voting me into this position. I think it's an honor, and I'm very excited for what this council can do for the future of the residents of Imperial. So I'm very grateful for that, so thank you. And for our outgoing council members, Jeff Dale, I've known probably since I was little. He lives down the street from my mom, so I won't say how old I am, but it's just a couple years old. So I thank you for your service to our community, and I've always appreciated your vocalness, we'll call it that, for our community and your passion, and I hope to carry on that tradition for you as well and for our residents. And then Corinne, I don't know you very well on a personal level, but thank you for serving here on the City of Imperial and the Imperial City Council, and I look forward to what you can do for Imperial Irrigation District. So thank you.
Councilmember Tucker.
I'd like to thank everybody for supporting me and re-electing me. And I want to say thanks to Jeff. He very knowledgeable about what he talks. When he says something, he's done research. So he's always has something to back it up. And I appreciate that. And now you can go race some big guy. All right. Thank you very much. And Corinne, it's been a pleasure working with you and getting to know you. And I can hope you have future success at your new IID position. Thank you all.
Mayor Pro Tem.
All right, so where did I start? Jeff? Yeah, you're right. I did spend a lot of time Obviously, I didn't have nothing to do on Wednesdays. So I sat here for a lot of years in the same spot every single time. It finally got to the point when they asked me, "You want us to put you on the mailing list?" I was like, "Sure." Um, the funny part is I didn't even know what city council was back then. But, I do got to say, we all have mentors, and within city council, you were one of my mentors. I always looked up to you, even though we did argue. We did go back and forth, and our chairs were turned to each other. At the end of the day, we walked off the dais, and it was business is business, and friendship is friendship. So I thank you for everything you taught me. There's going to be big shoes to fill, because I don't know if I can use those words yet. Up here, I'm going to try. I'm going to try to do the good, so I can get the bad eyes from this side. But no, thank you for everything, and good luck with racing and your Wednesdays. So, Corinne, we were friends before you were on city council, and I think we're going to stay friends now. I still remember our conversations in the parking lot after going through our Chamber of Commerce meetings and explaining and trying to figure things out. Even after you got elected, we were still trying to figure things out. But we did very well. As a council, as an entire city, I think we did all very well. We all get along. So I thank you for your friendship. Thank you for everything. And yes, we will be working together more. So hang tough. You guys got a good board. I know that our valley will be very well taken care of. So thank you guys for everything you do. And thank you guys for all the time you have served the city of Imperial.
Thank you. And I'd just like to thank Jeff Dale for his guidance that he's given me these last 2 years. When I came in as a new council member, he, would refer to himself as the old dog who's been here way too long, and he's way old school. And, that was always such a good opinion, and definitely at times I definitely probably didn't want to hear it. And, there was times where we didn't see eye to eye, but the one thing we always saw was we were always heart to heart. Our goals were always the same. And we had the community's best interest at heart. And so, that's something that I'll always be thankful for, is because Jeff always challenged me. And Corinne, also same, we held down the fort for the women on the council together. I don't think there's anybody else that we would cry together about stuff with council with. But yeah, I appreciate your friendship that we've gained. As you mentioned, we are all a family, and at times a very dysfunctional family. But there are issues. And this is your council. And this is who your team and who you have to work with. And at the same time, our goals again were always the same. And I know you're going to do great at the IID. And so congratulations and best of luck. You're not going to have as much fun as you did with us at conferences, but hey, good luck with that one.
Oh, who's going to ride scooters in DC at 2:00 in the morning?
But I'd like to take this time to express my gratitude for the council trusting me to lead us into this upcoming year. It's really an honor to serve as the mayor of Imperial, and if somebody would have told me as a kid that one day I would be the mayor, I would probably tell them that they're crazy. But it's great satisfaction that I have this opportunity to lead these 2 new council members, and then with our existing council in there. The city of Imperial has had women sit in a lot of positions. We've had a woman city manager before. We've had a woman police chief before. I had the opportunity to serve on the first woman majority planning commission back in 2019, and it's with great honor to be your mayor today, with the first time in Imperial history to have a woman majority board. And that's so special. And I just want to congratulate these 2 ladies sitting next to me, because we just shattered another glass ceiling together. And I know together with Robert and James, we're going to do a great job. So I look forward to leading you in this next year as your mayor. And at this time, I'd like to open up the floor to any members of the public that would like to make any comments. Yes.
Good evening. Victor Lopez, I'm president of the Imperial Unified School District, and I just want to thank Corinne and Jeff both for all their support throughout the years. It was been great working with them, and hopefully we can keep that work intense with the new board. I know we can. So thank you very much, and just have a great year.
No.
Thank you, Victor.
Good evening, council members. My name is James Gonzalez. I'm president of Autism Support of Imperial County. Last year, we had our inaugural fair, thanks to your city council members and your elected, well, you're already elected, pre-elected staff. We're looking forward to our next year. Thank you for all the staff that helps out. We're proud of everything that Imperial has done for the autistic community and ready to look forward. And again, thank you, our past city council members, for everything that you've done for our community. Thank you, everybody.
Everybody, I'm Mark Hammerness, Chairman of the Imperial Planning Commission. I just want to say congratulations to all of you. Looking forward to working with the new council. I'm honored to be your current chairman of the Planning Commission and look forward to working together in the future. And go Imperial.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I said if the planning commission did it, I can do it too. Board director, Imperial Public Library, I look forward to working with you guys. Congratulations to the newly elected. And thank you, Corinne and Jeff, for all your years of dedication. It really means a lot. Robert, stay on. Thank you.
All right, and with that, I call this meeting to adjourned at 7:46 p.m. Until our next regularly scheduled meeting, Wednesday, January 4th at 7 p.m. Thank you.